Hey there guys, what is up? At some of the React things. Surprisingly, in these 4 months, I did make some React projects, but I was clueless, kind of like what was I doing. But anyway, we're back to the project. We're back to Code Academy, so we'll learn more. React, learn React, CodeyOverflow Forum. What is this? In this project, we will build the beginning of web forum. Beginnings of a web forum. A forum is an online discussion board where users can exchange their opinions on a variety of topics. The most important component of a forum is the comment section. Okay, this is what we will work on in this project. Okay, this will be useful for me in the future because some kind of thing I'm building which does require it. In building this application, you will sharpen your skills in React components by practicing using props as well as defining. Okay, by the way, props, whatever I understood of props, is basically when a component sends some information, it needs to send it in form of a prop, and we have to destructure it in the parameter of that very function. Yeah, and wherever we define, wherever we reuse that component, we have to define a specific prop data, something like that. I know it makes no sense. Rendering, referencing. Oh god, I feel so lazy. Ah, rendering and referencing components. If you get stuck during this project, you'd like to would like to see an experienced developer work through it. Click on the Get Unstuck and see the project work through video. So code review available when you're done. Okay, task one: setting up headers and body. Okay, I just missed it. I just missed reading it. Take a look at take a look at the files provided by this project. Okay, I don't know. I haven't done it. There's a file name comment. Yaar, why is it getting clicked? Okay, here the file is comment. Yes. Okay, so profile image, big image, a username, scr, scrunch cat. My favorite type of cats are slightly weird looking cats. Okay, this looks cool. I love objects. I don't know for some reason. So contains the following profile image, username, and comment. Yeah, I can see that. So your component section will be composed of card components. Your comment section, okay, will be composed of card component. Okay, what does it mean? I have no idea. Will be composed of card components, which will be comprised of smaller header and body child components. What the fuck this means? Yes, this is the point where we do ChatGPT. Example, let's read next. Next app.js will contain top level components. The data in content.js will be retrieved in app.js and flow downward from app to card to header and body. The index.js will render the app component style.css and the markup styling in function. Once you feel comfortable with the structure of the application, move on to the next step. Fucking for real, bro? This is way too hard. Where do I begin? I feel I'm stuck. I feel I'm stuck. Where is where's the get unstuck? There's a file name comment data.js will contain. इतना तो समझ में आया. You will use this to populate the comments in the forum. How do I go forward with this? Your comment section will be composed of card components, which will be comprised of smaller header and body child components. Which are header and body. Okay. I'm like fucked up with this. Let's do ChatGPT on this. What the file involved will do. Okay. This will the main React component. It will import comment data from comment. What is it written? Card. It shows one full comment. Okay. Inside this card. Card. Kinda understood. Okay, I gotta understand it. Read it loud. You are building a comment section for a forum using React components and some data stored in a file. What files are involved and what do you do? Comment data.js. That contains an array list of comment objects. Each comment has a profile, image, username, and a comment. Babri bab. App.js. This will be the main React component. It will import the comment data from acha, acha, acha. It passes data down from the child component to show in the comments. Okay, it passes the data component. This will show the full comment. It uses header component as well as body component. It uses a header component for image plus username and a body component for actual comment. Index.js. This is where React starts. It renders app and shows everything on the screen. Style CSS or index.html. These are the styling of the HTML project. Okay, what the fuck should I do now? I mean, yes. Kind of understood it. Let's move forward. Okay, let's start with the smallest component. Um, the body is responsible for showing the comments that the user have written. It will work with the comment property of at or passed down comments object extracted by okay. Open the body JS and define your body component. This component should receive a prop. This prop object contains all the data from the comments such as username. So how do we do that? First of all, we write function um, body function function body and return. So I should take in a prop. So prop is structured. in the form of comments, like that. But the body works specifically only with the comment property. Have a component return a p element that contains the comment. So let's add a p. Okay. So how do we do that? Comment. Let's do export default. Okay. Let's get a hint for this. So let's recharge it before this. Okay, we are good to go. Exactly same Omega. So yeah, you don't need to destructure props. You just need to write props. Okay, good work. Let's go to the third one. Export the body component after the function definition so that it can be imported using card used in card.js. So I exported it. So how do we import it in cards? So import how do we import it? Okay, I'll write mine. Import card from like that, I guess. Let's check. Which is more like body. Open the header, the JS one. This component will be responsible for the profile image username and properties. The header component should receive a prop. So let's create a function. And header. So let's name it props. Yeah, props. Return keyword. So we are returning two elements. How do we return two elements? Maybe use div. Okay. I'll solve it till 5 and then we'll solve responsible for profile image. Just return this image. The first thing it should return is an image. So C. How do we do that? Yes, props star file image. How do we define image tag? Anyway, I think this is correct. And a natural element usernames. So let's define an h1. I think it's more like and here in between should contain props m props dot. Okay, this looks correct. Export default headers. Yes, like that. So let's go for this one. Okay, let's compare it with what you have written. Headers नहीं header. ठीक है, I don't like this profile, this attribute extract. Okay, header is done. Let's go export the header component after its function definition. Okay, great job. Let's take a brief detour back to the app.js. Currently, the app.js component is empty. This is the top level component, and it's responsible for returning the interface to the rendered to be rendered. In this case, it will be returning an instance of the card component, so that every comment in the for every in this app component body map over the comments array with an argument named comments and return the instance of the card component. So for each component, its attribute the name of the read it again. Great job. Okay, currently the app component is empty. This is the top level component, and it's responsible for returning the interface to be rendered. In this case, it will be returning an instance of the card component for every comment in the comment.js. Comment.js. In this app component body, components body, map over the comments array. Comments array. Comments array. Comments. This comment array. Over the comments array with an argument named comment and return an instance of the card. For each component, it is an attribute named comment. Okay, I don't know how the fuck will we go for this, but let's just keep this thing here. Let's see how we go going it. So we have to import card as well. Import card. Fuck, like this. Yeah, like that. So what is the next thing? Function. Yeah. So you have to just define function app, and it shouldn't take any arguments. That should inside the body. Return, return, and we have a div. Which we should have a div at least. We should have a div. Div like that. Yeah. So what will be inside of it? A card. We have to choose this. How? Instead of fruit, let's have डेटा जो array है इसको मैप करो और इसमें दो चीज़ें comment index ठीक है. Card should have a unique key also, that I know. So here should produce the damn card. Key and comment object. Key equals to something is equals to index and comment object as a value. Set it to count. Okay, like that. Okay. Nice, you have set up an app to pass it information to the card component. Let's put the piece together. Open the card.js, import the header and the body component. Card will be outer shell that contains the two small components. Card is the parent and header and body are the child. Begin defining the card component. Card should receive a prompt. Okay. I don't know what the fuck is this, but let's start with like function. Let's name it as card. And set it as props. And make it okay return and maybe a div. The div should contain um, what the fuck it should contain? Two components that should contain header and body. Header and body. How do we do that? No clue. Maybe start with like header and header like that. Body. What should we? Props is equal to. Oh, wait a second. How do we pass in? I did. So let's go with this one for now. And let's see. Has to keep it for this. What the fuck is this? Okay, so we have to define an intermediate thing in between, which would be like const, what is the name? Comment is equals to props dot comment object. Now here, oh yeah, profile. Okay, okay. So starting में पढ़े थे that so it should use profile image. The body should contain comment. Ah, I can't wait. Previously in our purchase, okay. Let's see. Previously in our purchase, it passed down a comment object attribute to the card which contains some C properties. It's time to exit this and finally call them. Ah! Header expect two props. Paragraphs and username. Give header instance and attribute to the naming profile. God damn it. Ah, fuck. Oh my god, my brain's fucked. Right. Dad, don't forget to wrap the values of file image and curly braces that you can interpret JavaScript code. Fuck you, bro. None of this shit makes sense here for me. Okay. Card.js. I think we did it, right? Yeah, we did. It's the same thing, bro. Yeah, it's the same damn thing. So weird. Yeah. Fuck you. Fuck, this is sick. Oh, the act is painful. इतना hard है भाई. I forgot. think I wasted my time, but you understanding that's all.